Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's very, very aggressive. Relax. Have you ever done this? Have you ever gotten into a conversation with somebody, and as soon as you start talking to them, like as soon as you start talking, you realize, oh, I don't want to talk to you at all. Like, no part of me wants this conversation. What do you do at that point? Like, what do you do when that happens? Walk away. You are a liar. You'd like to be that guy. You would love to be that guy, but you're not that guy. Nobody's that guy, dude. What are you, just like that much of a sociopath? You're just like, I hear you. Boom. You don't do that. You just take it. That's what we all do. It fucking sucks. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. All you can do is go like look around the room. Hopefully they get that cue, and they never do. Most people would get that. If I'm talking to you and I'm like this the whole time, you'll be like, oh, I can see you're busy. Because you're a human fucking being. Those annoying people never read those cues. They're just like, where are you looking? Why are you looking away? What's wrong with you? What's happening? Look at me. It's horrible. I should just start walking away. That would be the best thing to do, right? You can't do it, but that would be ideal. I'm done letting people I hate choose how I live my life. I want out of that whole mess. I do it so much. And with those annoying people, it's the same thing. You're just stuck. They're like, hey, is that your time? I'm going to rape it now. Like, no, don't rape my time. My time is like, Ori, don't leave me. I'm sorry, dude. You're getting raped by her. Nothing I can do. You can't even stop. Like, I always know I'm about to get into the conversation, but I can't turn it around. They're like, how are you? I'm like, good. How are you? Fuck! Why did I do that? All right, start the clock. 10 minutes. Let's go. You can't stop yourself. You can't. It's like when you lock your keys in the car. You never notice, like, after the door's closed. I always notice when I'm like right there. When it dawns on me, and I'm like, oh no. I'm about to ruin my day. Why? But you're like, I can still see the inside of the car. It's right there. So if I was fast enough, I could reach around and stop the car from closing. But I'm not fast enough. So noticing here, that just makes it hurt way worse. It makes you feel like you had a chance to save it. So it just hurts even more. You never like close the door and then walk away and then go, oh wait. Oh no. Oh, I bet I just... Yep, there they are. Well, at least there's nothing I could have done. It's never that. It always looks like this. That's how it's with annoying people. You can't stop. I was talking to this girl in Los Angeles. She's so annoying. She's the worst. We never have anything to talk about. She's not even that annoying. We just have nothing in common. So when we talk, I'm just like, you're killing me. She's so annoying. Also, she has one arm. But, it's got nothing to do with the story. I'm only telling you because if you ever saw her, you'd be like, wait, I don't know, is that her or not? Because he didn't mention the part about the one arm, so maybe it's not her. That's the only reason I'm telling you. It's not why she's annoying, if that's what you think. I knew her when she had two arms. She was just as annoying then. The only thing that changed one day, her arm to annoyance ratio just shot the fuck up. That was the only difference. And she was yapping about something I couldn't care less about, and I'm doing the look around at all my friends, and she smelled. She stunk. She had that fat smell. You know the fat smell? Ugh. It's not every fat person has it, but it's like 1 out of 12 fat people. They're fat in a certain way, so that when they're showering, they can't reach under. to wash under the belly fold. Like, you just can't get under there for whatever reason. I'm sure the one arm didn't help. And so what'll happen is sometimes an immigrant will just crawl up in there and he'll just die. He'll die of heat exhaustion or loneliness or starvation. I haven't read all the papers, but he dies. And then when you talk to them, you're like, how? There's no God, clearly. How do you smell that way? It's cool out. How do you smell this bad? We should just walk away. God. I really do want to stop letting people I hate choose how I live. It really does suck. And by the way, there's one exception to that rule. You know that rule of like, if someone's like looking around, like let's start talking to a girl at a bar and she's going like this, like the whole time. She's not interested. But one exception, if you're talking to a Jewish girl at a bar and she's going like this, what she's actually doing is she is presenting. She is letting you know that she's in heat. Please continue pursuit. That's what she's telling you. Here's when I realized I did it too much in terms of letting people like choose how I live. I was in traffic, or not traffic, it was in the streets. You know when there's like 3 lanes, and you got like 2 lanes that are driving lanes, and then the right-hand lane is a parked car lane / super dangerous passing lane. And you got like 40 yards to pass, or you're just dead. You're just dead. So I was driving to the center lane one day, driving the speed limit, smoking a bowl like a gentleman. And somebody tried to pass me in that right-hand lane. They tried to like pass, and I do what any like normal civilized person would do in the same situation. I go, this will not go down today. And I put everything down. I try to speed up so they can't get in. But they've got momentum, and momentum's real. So they get in. But of course, I can't take it. I just can't accept that in my mind. It won't allow this injustice to stand. So I have to like swerve to my left and try to cut in and out of traffic, narrowly avoiding accidents, just so I can get back in front of that guy, just to restore order to the world. And it hit me, I'm like, why am I driving like a maniac just because that guy's late for something? Just pack another bowl, steer with your knee for a little while. Safety first, always safety first. And just cheer him on. You guys do drugs, right? Of course you do. Of course you do. You know what I'm fucking doing lately in my life? I'll get back to drugs in a second. But I liked this girl recently. You ever like somebody? It fucking sucks. It has never gotten better. Since I was 15 years old, it's never gotten any fucking better. It really is not. It's never been easy. You always have your stomach is tense and you never know what you're doing. It just fucking is all. This is I was 15. This is my dating life at 15. This is what I would do. I couldn't go up to girls I liked at high school. It was just, I was too nervous. So I would pretend like I forgot the homework, and then I would call them on the phone. And I'd have a list of topics to talk about. Just in case the conversation went dry, which it always would. That's why I had the list. And do you remember the first time you actually hit it off with a girl? Like you're actually talking to her on the phone, or a guy, someone you like, and you're actually like catching a vibe, and it's like going well. Remember that awesome moment where you're like, whoa, I'm actually like this girl. We're flirting on the phone, and I'm making her laugh, and she's making me laugh. This is fun. If this is what dating in life is all about, I'm in. I'm in forever. 100%. This feels rad. And then just when you think it's perfect, you would hear the click on the other end of the line, and your mother would just be like, hello? No, I'm on the phone, Mom. I'm on the phone. Hello? Is someone on the phone? Yeah, it's me. The guy who said I'm on the phone. Hang up! Hello? There's no dial tone. I'm on the phone! Hang up! Ari, is that you? Yes! Hang up the fucking phone! Who are you talking to? Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth! I hate you! No, is it a girl? Fuck you! Fuck you, Mom! Every fucking time. What'd you think it was, Mom? Stupid idiot, Mom. You didn't stumble upon a spy ring, okay? It's your son trying not to be gay. Let it happen. I just remember thinking, like, someday it'll get better than this. Like, this is not good. But someday if I become successful or have some sort of money or become a man, like, it'll get better. But there's when I realized that's all full of shit, too. When I heard that Mel Gibson voicemail that he left for his wife. You guys remember that? He was screaming at her, screaming on a voicemail message to suck his dick in the jacuzzi more often. And I'm like, if it's not easy for Mel Gibson, what chance do I have? That guy's won an Oscar. I haven't done shit with my life. Like, my great legacy to the world, if I died right now, my great accomplishment would be that I once beat off 7 times in one day. Thank you. Thank you. I was in college. I was in Maryland. And I had to write a paper, and I'm very ADD about that stuff, so it's hard for me to sit and write. So I had to come up with a reward system for myself. So what I did was, for every hour that I continuously sat and wrote, I just earned 1 jerk-off. And it worked for a little while, it did. But by the 4th one, I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Why am I obligated because of a promise I made a long time ago? By number 7, I couldn't even feel anything. It was just complete, I was like ringing it for like, go! Do something! Move! Go! Have you ever seen a penis come when it's completely soft? It's really disgusting. It's really gross. That doesn't exist in nature, that thing. Not even like 5% hard, completely soft. Looks like a hungover frat guy. His friends are fucking with him. He's just like, stop it, get out of here. Come on, dude, leave me alone. Stop it, get out of here. I'm so, stop it. Dude, I'm not joking. I'm not joking around, bro. Stop. No, come on. It never gets better. And then you finally find somebody you like them. You need to learn how to flirt text well. That wasn't even part of the game 10 years ago. And now if you can't do that well, you will never get laid. You need to be able to say something witty, but also advance the relationship, but only that much. And then she has to come back and advance it like that much more into this stupid dance. Because if any of you were honest, where it's like, hey, we look like we're gonna fuck eventually, right? And you go like that, they're like, no, it's over now. You're a creep. So I have to toil over the exact wording of a fucking whimsical text, by the way. I'm using all my skills as an English major to no, that implies, we're not going, no, back up. You finally get the right wording down, you have to send it to your friends, let them proofread it. And they send it back with the revisions. And then here's the worst thing. When you finally get the courage up to send this text, when you're like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. And you hit send, you feel good about yourself. You're like, she's gonna love that. She's gonna laugh. It's gonna be awesome. But then you wait 9 minutes. And if they haven't written you back, you're just like, what? Ow, devastation. My heart hurts. Why won't you write me back? It's never gotten easier. Even when you like somebody, when you finally find somebody you like and you want to see their vagina and stuff, you can't just go right for that. You can't go check it out. Let me see. It's you gotta have a talk first. And by the way, hopefully before you see the vagina, you have this talk. Hopefully it shouldn't be just sprung on you. Do you remember when Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears both got caught, around the same time with their pussies out? I don't know. There's no nice way to say that. And they intentionally got out of a car in front of 80 paparazzi with no underwear on and a miniskirt. Remember that? Where they were like this, here I go, getting out of the car. left it in the glove compartment. I should go get that. Glove compartment. No, it was in my purse. Okay, I had it all. And we all laughed at them, but then here's the weird thing that started happening. Girls started dressing that way. Regular, non-fucked up celebrities started wearing a mini skirt and no underwear. And so I saw it one day. I was walking into a nightclub in Las Vegas and some girl was dancing and she just went down a little too low. And then just out of the corner of my eye, I couldn't see it dead on, but just out of my periphery. Dude, when you're not expecting to see a vagina, it's very unsettling. There needs to be some sort of warning or something. And I'm like, let me go to this club. So, whoa, there's a vagina! There's a vagina right over there. It was like a rat had scurried by or something. You're not supposed to see it out of captivity like that. Clean yourself up, vagina. No, but hopefully before you see the vagina, you gotta have the talk. And I'm not saying I love you, do you love me? That's a stupid. Nobody does that anymore before you have sex. It's the 20s, there's no way. When I say the talk, I mean like, hey, I had a genital wart like 4 years ago. What do you got? That's the talk. And please don't fucking get uncomfortable when I bring that up. That's not even the big one. The big one is herpes. Nobody gets AIDS. But the big one is herpes. And that's 1 out of 4 people, which means fucking a quarter of you in here have full-blown herpes. And you're all looking all weird because I brought up some other shit. Fucking that's how you have to talk. You have to share. If you get uncomfortable now, how would you be in an actual conversation? 1 out of 4 people. Do you know what that means? That means one of the fucking Beatles had herpes. One of the Beatles and one of the Village People. And the other Village People had AIDS, I guess. That's what 1 out of 4 means. That means it's pretty common. I don't have it, but a bunch of you do. 1 out of 4 means if you go to Baskin Robbins, 7 flavors are gonna have full-blown herpes. Baseball Nut Crunch, Rocky Road. I don't know what they'd be. No, you gotta share so you can both make an informed decision about whether or not you wanna go through with this or not. You let them know. Like, here's the deal, there's a mathematical formula to figure out. You take like, how much am I attracted to you, times what have you had before, divided by how hard is my boner, and you get a number, and then it's a simple over-under from there. That's all it is. If you tell me you had a rash when you were 19 and it lasted for 4 days and has never come back since, I'll be like, I'm gonna chance it. Thank you for being honest, but yeah, let's go for it. But if you tell me you have AIDS, like a full case of AIDS, that's a lot different. At that point, you have to be really hot for me to go through with this. Like a 7 or above. Not crazy, still gettable. No, not crazy hot. You gotta share. Even if it's uncomfortable, find a way to work into the conversation somehow. You just be like, oh, it's so cold out, you know? It's terrible. And you get those cold rains, and it's like, just gets into your bones, and like chlamydia does a lot, you know? I once had sex with a girl who I didn't catch it, thank God. It was like 12 years ago. I wore a condom, fucking flipped the coin, and I won. It's not like I always wear them, but I wore them this time, and I didn't catch it, but she had herpes. And she didn't tell me, though, that she had herpes until after we had sex. Which, yeah, that's the wrong time to share that information. If you ask me. And I should say this, in her defense. By after we had sex, I mean she told me, like right before we started. There's no way I'm stopping at that point. She's naked right there, I'm naked right here with a boner, and I'm back thrusting. I mean, like right before. This is the last possible moment. You know? It doesn't matter what she says at that point. This is going to happen. She could be like, I planned 9/11. I'm like, hey, look, it's okay. I hate New Yorkers. It's all right, let's do this. She's like, no, it's not that. I'm like, what? What do you have to tell me? You're my real father? Fine, let's go. My boner's just turned over looking at me. Like, what are we waiting for? What's the holdup? This is why we practice, man. All those years in the sock was for this moment. Let's get your head in the game. And she goes, no, I have herpes. And I'm like, whoa, that's way worse than 9/11. At least after 9/11, you could rebuild. And I was like, I'll just go really slowly. How about that? I didn't catch it. It worked. I don't know. I don't fuck really slowly. Nor, by the way, do I fuck like this. I don't aggressively fucking pound it. That would be a great way to fuck, though. They would remember you. If you're like, hey, let's have sex. Okay, line it up. Let's get it straight. Correct for wind. And boom! Just yell, we are one, right when it happens, too. We are one! Because I'm super romantic. That's how I am. I would yell, we are one, then hold it for like 3 seconds, and then just pull out and walk away. I give her one of these as I go. Nope. Because girls need, they get weird after sex. You have to tell them they're doing a good job. But it really has not gotten easier. It really has. And then even when you find somebody you like and get married, I'm sure some of you are married in here, it's still fucking hard. My friend John, he's been married for 5 years. He loves his wife. Let me just start with that. He's totally in love with her. I saw him do this once, where he cracked open a beer and held it out for his wife, and she didn't see it. Her back was turned. For 3 seconds, she didn't see it. I want you to see how long that looks like. It looks like this. That's it. And she didn't see, so he goes, I'm holding a fucking beer! She's like, well, I didn't see you. Well, I'm holding it like an asshole. And that's a level you're hoping to achieve. Like, that's what you want to get in your relationships. I think I know why. I think I know why every married friend I know fights just like all our parents did. Because they make this huge mistake that every married couple makes. They decided to live together. I know it seems stupid, but it's a horrible idea. Don't make a roommate out of somebody you love. Those are horrible people. It never is gonna work. Here's why. When you live with somebody, you're wrong half the time. Half of any situation that comes up, you're gonna be wrong. I live alone. I've never been wrong before. It's never, ever happened. Here's, for example, one time I was eating Chinese food in my apartment. I was naked and I was eating Chinese food. It was like 2 p.m. I wasn't ready to start yet. And I'm eating this Chinese food, I'm talking on the phone, and as I'm talking, the chopsticks crossed over, and a piece of General Tso's chicken fell like over the bowl and onto the floor. I tried to catch it, all was falling out of the air with the chopsticks. But as soon as I tried, I was like, are you crazy? Did you really think you had any shot in the world at that? Miyagi tried for half a century and never got it. Your first try, a target moving away from you? Really? The hubris involved to think I had any chance. Here's how close I got to catching the chicken out of the air with chopsticks. I hit it with my wrist. And I forced it down faster. That's how close I was. As soon as I tried, I was like, all right, I gotta get that chicken. But I was on the phone, so I was like, I'll get it when I get off the phone. But then I talked for like another 30 minutes, and then I got call waiting, and that call lasted 45 more minutes. And then I got late, and I had to leave. So I quickly put some clothes on, then I left, and I came back like 10, 11 hours later, and I'm running to the bathroom, because as soon as you touch your keys to go inside, like you've had to pee like you've never had to pee before in your life. What is that? Where you're like, oh, I'll be in 1 second? Nope, maybe 5 seconds. Just make it way harder to go in now. Fucking idiot bladder. You can't wait 10 seconds? So I get it open, I'm running to go to the bathroom, and I saw the piece of chicken was like still on the floor there. And I was like, crap, I gotta get that. It's been there all day. That's really disgusting. But then I went to the bathroom, I got sidetracked, and I started the vaporizer up. And then I smoked some pot, and then I ate a shitload of gummy bears. Like a totally unhealthy amount of gummy bears is how many I ate. And then I got tired from eating all those gummy bears, you know? Because the texture after a while, it really wears you out. And so I went to sleep. I was like, fuck it, let's call it a day. And I went to sleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the night, like 4 or 5 a.m. to go to the bathroom. And I was walking to the bathroom, trying to keep my eyes closed so I don't wake up. And as I'm walking, I stepped right in the chicken. And at first, I didn't even know what it was. Because it had been so long, I thought I just killed a cockroach with my bare foot. That'll wake you up, by the way. No, I just killed a cockroach. That's disgusting. I was like, oh, it's that chicken. That's right. It's been there for like a day and a half. It's really disgusting. So I got a paper towel and I wiped it off my foot, and then I wiped the rest off the floor, and that's it. I was not wrong. It was just some stuff that happened one day. That's all it was. But now, try telling that same story. Try telling that same exact story and change one detail. Add a wife to the story. See how far you get in that same story. See if you get all the way to the end where you get to smoke pot and eat gummy bears and go to sleep. While chicken is lying on the floor. See if you get that far. You won't. First of all, you're not going out with chicken lying on the floor. First of all, you're not eating naked in your own goddamn house like a man. You gotta put clothes on like a chump. Here's how far you'll get in the story. I'll just tell you. Nowhere. That's how far. This is what will happen. You'll drop the chicken. You'll make the mental decision to not immediately pick it up. And you'll start to walk away. But you won't even get that far. Here's how far you'll get. Drop, decision, here. That's it. That whole story, this is how far you get. Until you hear this voice going, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Are you really about to leave chicken on the floor, you fucking dipshit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are we animals? Do we live in a fucking barn? You fucking monster. Pick up the goddamn chicken. You're 6 years old. What the fuck is wrong with you? And you'd have to be like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not 6 years old. We don't live in a barn. I apologize for leaving the chicken on the floor. I should not have left it on the floor. That was a mistake on my part. I should have picked it up right away, and I was wrong to leave it on the floor. I apologize, first of all, for putting you in the position of having to yell at me. Second of all, for disrespecting this household, which I shouldn't have done. I should have picked it up right away. In fact, that's what I'll do now. I'll just do that now. I'll pick it up. And this is what I should have done in the beginning, and I'm sorry I didn't. But I've learned. I've become a better man for what you've done here. And thank you for teaching me how to be better as a person. And you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. And it sucks to be wrong. Nobody ever likes being wrong, ever. I'm a pretty open guy, and I've never once said to somebody, hey, thanks for correcting me to my face. It always feels shitty. And it's not like you're wrong every other time. You just have random layouts. So sometimes you'll be wrong 10, 11 times in a row. Where now you can both feel it. You got a streak going. You know that moment where you always sense it. You wake up in the morning, you're just like, ugh, that was a good, oh fuck. It just dawns on you I've been wrong a lot lately. This doesn't feel very good. I wonder if she notices. She probably knows. I'm not even gonna wake her up. I'm just not even gonna let her deal with it. I'll just get out of bed and not even deal. And then you look over, she's not even there. And you're like, oh no. And she's just awake, just going, well, la-dee-da. Well, well, well. Rise and shine, Mr. Wrong. And that's what my mom calls you. That's what we both call you behind your back, because you're wrong so much. You cough. She's like, what? What'd you say? Something else wrong, I presume? And it just fucking sucks, and you hate it. And all you want to do in life at that moment is just break that streak. That's all you can do with everything. Every fiber of your being just wants to break that streak. And then one day, you crack open a beer, and you hold it out for her, and she doesn't see it right away. And you're just overcome with joy. And you're like, 3, 2, 1. I'm holding your fucking beer! And all your friends are like, what are you guys really fighting about? Don't live together. It's just horrible. And don't have children either. Who's having kids? Stop having kids. They're really annoying. I'm sure if you have kids, your kids are the ones that are not annoying, but The rest of them. Nobody ever sat down on the plane next to a 4-year-old and went, oh, good for me. This would be a really pleasant experience. No, we all hate kids. They're horrible. You know who does not get lice? Adults. Kids are awful.
Uncensored.